Looks like a piece of insulated wire. Now with any car, as soon as you get it, what you want to do is do an inspection to make sure there's nothing wrong. And when you get a crash car, that's probably even more important. Unfortunately, because we got it sight unseen on an auction, we're gonna do that for the first time after spending all the money on the car and shipping it across the nation all the way to us from California. So we're gonna go around. Hopefully we don't find any surprises that are surprises, I guess. We're gonna lift up the car, we're gonna check underneath it, and we're gonna be taking off the front end and making sure that there really isn't anything else broken that we don't know of. And hopefully you will be able to see what's under the skin of a Cayman. I'm kind of nervous for this because who knows really. So first of all, James, let's lift this up and take a look underneath the car. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm seeing that this hood will have to be replaced absolutely because it's bent here. The paint is completely peeling off, and then it's bent in the middle too, and I don't think that'd be very easy to fix. You want the hood to fit properly, and we don't want that to be the issue that is causing big panel gaps. So hood for sure.
If you look close, you can see that this fender has been absolutely torched by whatever took this car out. Replace the fenders, both sides obviously, maybe do a little upgrade in the process.
If you look right here, they put this plastic on to stretch basically across the entire car, and it was to keep the hood down and stop water from getting into it. But it sat in the California sun for who knows how long, and it's baked on, so that'd probably be a lot of work to get off in itself.
You can tell that this has been pushed in a bunch. This is the frunk, because we have a nice fancy sports car. Probably replace this whole bracket here that holds on like the hood release latch, along with the radiator hose that's kind of been linked in here. We'll have to kind of remove the whole bracket holding the front end together.
Basically, it's just a sheet of metal that goes across the front here, and then on top there's like this apron almost that gives it the support. So if we take off the apron that's forcing it to have this shape right now, it'll make it a lot easier to take the bend out of the front piece of metal. All you have to do is remove these rivets that go all the way around, and then you remove the glue that's underneath, glue it back down, put the rivets back in, and then repaint the new one. It'll be a bit of body work that we're gonna do for the first time on the channel, but that's kind of exciting because we haven't really delved into that, other than your Mustang a little bit, I guess. What we're gonna do now is lift it up a bit further and see if there's any extra damage underneath, because a lot of times when you see damage like this, sometimes the car has hit something and then like scooted across the road or hit a barrier or something. So we can take a look at that. We'll get a checklist of everything that we need to fix on this car. And right away, I noticed that it is a bit dented in right here, and there's like this weird wave, and then it's dented in right here as well. So it might be a bit of a problem as we try to bend out the front. So hopefully we can bend it down and then push it down the front and get it all lined up properly. So we're gonna have to do it kind of slowly to get that sorted properly. As we go down the rest of it, the rest of the car looks pretty good.
What is this, Ethan?
Looks like a piece of insulated wire.
I don't think that's meant to be there.
No. So that's probably from the accident. So yeah, that is from something. Interesting. So I'll resume what I was saying. There's, besides that, nothing else wrong as we come down here. The underbody is all in nice shape. There's no leaks. As we get down to where the engine is, it came from California, so there's no rust anywhere. Really, really good news. So when I first saw the Cayman, I thought that these were speakers under here, but this isn't actually. They're how you access the coolant, and on this side, the oil.
He's sitting in a Porsche that is in his name. That's just astounding.
Yes. And the battery's a bit dead, so we jumped it, we started it, and I'm paying attention here to the coolant levels and stuff to make sure everything is staying at the right temperature. If it reaches temperature, I might rev it, maybe. I'm currently feeling ecstatic. Look at this thing, it's so cool. Stock, it sounds way better than I could ever imagine. I can't wait to get an exhaust on there because it's gonna sound even more epic. So now that I have it up to temperature, as you can see here, we are going to rev it so you can see what it sounds like. And this car can rev up to 7,500 RPM. Makes me feel so happy. My goodness, this car is a beast. Now that we've checked this car for damage, it's now time to focus our efforts on the front end, where we're gonna first of all remove all the bent and broken pieces of aluminum. One of the funny things about this car is that it's all aluminum. So we have this special little like auto light that we normally stick on the surfaces, but it doesn't work on any piece of this car, which is kind of funny. So we're first of all going to take out this front, we're going to take out some of the trim, and then we're going to go to the edge and we're going to take off these fenders. We thought we could do this really quickly with a nice little time lapse and get to work. So we took a bunch of stuff off the front and now we're going to work on grinding the seam sealer down. And we're hoping that this tool right here is going to be able to do it. So we'll time lapse that and you'll see whether this works or not. And I'm going to give that to James to do. Here you go. What our plan is to go along here and drill out all the rivets. And the front ones look pretty soft, so we shouldn't have any problem there. But apparently when we get to the back, they're a bit harder, and I can already feel that. I feel like they're made out of steel instead of made out of aluminum. Get this drill bit and go through and drill all these. Look at this guy in this precarious position.
I'm trying to be in the front, bro. So anyways, I've resorted to the grind wheel because simply you just grind the top of the rivet or the weld, whatever you want to call these things. And then I've been taking my handy dandy little chiseler with a hammer and just kind of going along through here, tapping my way through, popping all these rivets up and just peeling basically this metal bracket away from here. So we're getting about 3/4 done. This is actually gonna be really easy. All you have to do for these ones is just drill them out instead of grinding them. So we'll get those drilled out, get these last 4 or 5 ones done up here and we'll be good.
And then while he was working on that, I was trying to take off this fender over here, and it was a lot harder than we thought it would be. Basically, all the bolt caught between this windshield washer fluid tank and this plastic piece that covers the inside of the door. And we could not for the life of us figure out how to get in there and get the bolts off. Well, turns out, all you have to do is take off windshield washer fluid bottle. It sounds dumb, but I did try to take it off, and I thought you had to take it off from the other side. So I wasn't even bothering about the tank. A little bit of Googling, and it turns out that, of course, Porsche has an easy way to remove this windshield washer box. And
how many bolts was it?
It was just one bolt. Just one bolt. And the whole thing came away. And after that, this fender came off pretty easily. Now I'm working on this one over here. There's a fuel tank right there, and I think I have to disconnect the fuel somehow. James was sparking over here, so I don't want to do that when he was cutting the sparks. So we're gonna get this off, and then we'll remove this fender. Why is it so hard to get this bolt out? So in theory, we should have everything disconnected. So let's see if we can get this off. Something. Missing something. Take 2. Did Remove the gas cap.
Yep.
Imagine forgetting wire connections. Nice, let's go. Look at that. Nice. Make sure we put this back on. Color, same color, same color. All right, we're so close. It's almost off. Look at that. That's so satisfying. Yay!
Golly.
Really, all that's left is to go along here and clean this up. Lost a 10 mil. Nice, let's go.
The badge is even bent.
Yeah. All right, so hood off, and now the car is looking naked as ever. So this is where we are most worried about because it's quite bent right there. So if anyone has any ideas about how to fix that, let us know in the comments. All right, now that the car is inspected and we've started taking apart the front end, I cannot wait to get this car put back together again. It sounds amazing, it just feels so exciting, and this will be my first mid-engined sports car. However, I have to hold on for a second because before we can even start putting new pieces on, we have to make sure there's no crash parts left on the car. We have to see if we can salvage some of the panels by bending them back, and then, only then, can we start putting new parts on the car. We hope you enjoyed. Please comment any comments or ideas down below. But most of all, we hope you all have an amazing rest of your day, and we'll see you in the next one.